What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Lockdown 23-in-1, cooking with your host, Mr. Chef Death himself. That's right. This is the first cooking episode in the new house, and today we're going to be making a prison omelet. Okay, a prison omelet. I've seen something made like this. Me personally, I didn't make it because I'm not a big breakfast eater. But people have made omelets like this in prison and lockup, and I actually seen something online of people. You know, there's certain things that I see, okay, that reminds me of prison cooking. And I honestly feel as though an inmate brought these recipes to these organizations, and, you know, it came about like that. Like, you'll see stuff in Taco Bell, you'll see tacos with Frito chips in it, the Cool Ranch tacos, okay? There was a guy, I think he was in Texas, who invented the Cool Ranch tacos in prison. And there's a little conspiracy theory behind how, you know, certain people took that idea. But this I saw online as well. Lucy over there drinking, hawking up water. You ready to eat, girl? Yeah. But this recipe I seen online as well. And of course, they try to make it a little more exotic. But this is, hey, this is a prison meal, almost to the T, all right? These gourmet cooking websites are doing it almost exactly how they do it in prison. Okay, except, you know, they have the fancier cilantro, fresh cilantro and stuff like that. But today we're going to be cooking a prison omelet. We're going to be using a pot with water, but in prison they use a stinger. Just the same way that they cook wine. It's pretty much electrical cords coming out of the outlet, put into the water bag, and it boils water. And you can do it, you know, with a water bag, whatever the case is. Everything is done with bags pretty much in prison. So first things first, let's go ahead and get this puppy boiling. Turn it on high. And now let's go ahead and show you the ingredients that you're going to be needing. In prison, it's slightly different, okay, but you can get, for the most part, all of this stuff. Even the average Joe, if you don't have no freaking connect in the kitchen, you can make a simple prison omelet. And you know, before we get into it, I've seen people turn their bunks, okay, into a skillet. Okay, bunks come typically painted gray or whatever the color is. It's usually gray. And I've seen people sand down all the paint off of their bunk, and they will turn that thing into a flat top skillet. You know, make hash browns. You can get potatoes from the kitchen, stuff like that. And I've seen some crazy breakfast dishes being made, straight grilled on their bunks. You know, it's pretty remarkable. They'll put a bunch of little candles underneath the bunk, and they'll turn it into a skillet. It's remarkable what inmates can do. You know, I said this before, and I'm gonna make a video really going into depth on it. Boredom will kill you. You know, one thing that's the worst thing in prison is boredom. Okay, you're just sitting there rotting away, looking at the same walls over and over again, day in and day out, and that will kill you, ladies and gentlemen. So you got to improvise. You got to think of stuff to kill your time, whether that's creating MacGyver stuff or whatever the case is, telling wild and crazy stories, gambling. You know, that's what you got to do to kill time. Reading. But anyways, let's get into these ingredients. All right, so first things first, you're gonna get a chip bag. All right, a chip bag, and of course I have the Doritos in it. You know, like a small dollar size amount of chips. Leave that in there. You won't need a lot. Just like a dollar size amount of chips that you would get from a convenience store or something like that. 2 eggs. But check out the eggs. In prison, you don't typically get like this. But you can. But you don't typically get them like this. You get them in liquid form. Alright, they're like liquid eggs, which actually make this recipe a lot easier because you don't have to scramble them up or whatever the case is. Block cheese. Okay, they sell block cheese, cheddar in prison. All right, at least in the prisons I was at, they sell block cheese. This stuff's already pre-sliced. And onion. Y'all know I already done told you, if you do, these are the things that you're going to get if you got to connect in the kitchen. The onion, the tomato, the eggs. Yeah, you need a connect to get the eggs, but for real, people be bringing back gloves of liquid egg all the time, and they're selling it in the block. Now this they sold on commissary, and typically when someone sold this, all right, or someone had this, I mean, they would be fancy, because this stuff in prison is actually like $3 to $4, and no one is willing to pay the price of 4 honey buns for some seasoning. You know, a lot of people are broke, so they're not going to be spending their money on Mrs. Dash. But if you see someone with this, this is considered an exotic item. And I'm going to make a video on exotic items. But, yeah, let's go ahead and get to work and mix all this stuff together into this bag. That's all there is to it, ladies and gentlemen. Throw the tomato on in. Throw the onion. Just break up the cheese a little bit with your hand. And the reason why you keep the chips in there is because the chips have a lot of seasoning. Okay, that Cool Ranch or sour cream and onion, whichever one you want to use. Crack the egg, put it on in. There you have it. You find all this stuff together. Be careful not to break your bag, of course. You want to try to get everything mixed together because the egg will sit at the bottom. You want to get the egg to cook with everything. And just kind of spend a good amount of time mixing everything together before you pop it into the stinger or pot of boiling water. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so just shake it up a little bit, get the eggs and everything blended. Now, last but not least, get your Mrs. Dash. And you can use whatever seasonings you want. You're on the streets, ladies and gentlemen. But Mrs. Dash. Woo! Yeah. That's authentic right there. Let me know in the comments section if they sold Mrs. Dash in a prison near you if you've been locked up. Alright, the water's just about boiling. You really gotta mix that Mrs. Dash up. Good. That's some good seasonings. I'm about to read what seasonings are in it. Honestly, even though I was in prison and prison is boring as hell, I don't know what the hell is in Mrs. Dash. But anyways, just pop the bag right into the damn water. I'd say for about, in prison it would take about 30, 40 minutes sometimes because the stinger doesn't get too hot unless it's sitting there for a while and people would rush it, you know, but this is boiling. Should be done, I'd say, in about 10, 15 minutes, if that. Now, Mrs. Dash. What does Mrs. Dash have? It's salt-free, no MSG. Mustard seed, rosemary, garlic, carrot, orange peel, tomato, lemon juice, powder, citric acid, oil of lemon, onion, spices, parsley, celery seed, basil, black pepper. I mean, there's some words in here I just can't even, spices I can't even pronounce. But 14 different spices and herbs in this one little bottle. I strongly recommend you start cooking with Mrs. Dash. Now this stuff should just, you know, start floating on up because the egg, you know, if you want to cook, I'm going to give you a little trick to the trade as well. If you want to cook one of the perfect egg sandwiches you've ever made, crack an egg open, stir it up in a coffee mug. Stir it up, you know, pop it in the microwave for 20 seconds. You've got a perfect round egg to put on your, you know, biscuit, croissant, whatever you want to call it, whatever you use. It makes a perfect egg. And you can also just throw anything you want in it, you know, in that mug. It keeps it. I'll never forget the first time I learned that, man. I was on that little coffee mug omelet thing for a good couple months. Lucy, you ready to eat some omelet, girl? You ready to eat? You ready to eat some omelet, baby? Huh? Yes, you are the prettiest bulldog I ever did see. Look at that face. Oh, you're so photogenic. Look how her nose is a little dry right now. I gotta put some Vaseline on it, don't I, girl? Huh? Speak to me. Speak to me, baby. Speak to me. Speak to me. You ain't my fault you're fat. Alright. This puppy should be done. Get a little paper towel and dry off the bottom. Just let it slide on out. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Prison omelet. I can't slide that thing right now onto the plate. It is hot. Let's take a little closer look at it. There you have it. Prison omelet, ladies and gentlemen. Now I know y'all, a lot of people tell me I should be cutting stuff with my prison shank, but I'm not going to keep it all the way authentic, you know what I mean? But let's go ahead and cut this puppy down. I believe there's Doritos. I bet you never had an omelet with Doritos in it. Huh? Look at that. It's just coming on out. That is what you call a prison omelet, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let's go ahead and try it out. What do you say? Put a little Texas Pete on there. Yes, they sold hot sauce packets in the prison I was in. That might be the thumbnail right there, y'all. Let's try it out. Damn. This is good. This is good. Overcast just happened. I'm sorry if the light changed. Lucy, you gotta try this, girl. You gotta try it, baby. It's got a little bit of onion in there. Y'all gotta try this at home. Everything I cook, you gotta try at home. I mean, this is like a real damn omelet that you would get from freaking IHOP, ladies and gentlemen. This is a damn omelet. Look, it cuts up like an omelet and everything. Delicious. How was that, girl? Huh? She's looking up for another piece. You want one more little piece? Huh? You want one more? I'll give you one more little piece. Stay there. Stay there. Woo! You a show dog, girl. That's it. No more. No more. Well, there you guys have it. Prison Omelet 101. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you go make it yourself. Man, I swear on everything I love, this is just like a real omelet that you would get from any kind of breakfast joint. It's actually better than some places I've had that I went to, sat down and ate at. So keep that in mind. For real, this is legit omelet. But anyways, I thank y'all for joining me today. Please do not forget to check out all the links in the description of the video. Add me up on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. I'm about to go get Days Gone tonight and play it, even though it's had mixed reviews. Go subscribe to my other channel, 23 and Fun. Go subscribe to my wife's channel, The Compound, 24 and 7. And go buy yourself some merchandise, man. Lockdown 23 and 1 merchandise. Do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't done it already. You know, it means a lot to me to see those likes cranked up a notch. And anyone that's new to this channel, if you like crime, news about crime, people being locked up or from prison to jail all across the country, I hear people's stories. So that way it will get people prepared that might be facing some jail time. They know what to expect from their state when it comes to being incarcerated, you know. I wish I had a channel like this. I wish I could watch someone before, like me, before I got locked up and learn some of the ropes. I swear a lot of things that I did when I first got locked up would never have happened, you know. Number one thing, never look in people's cells, you know. I learned the hard way. I didn't get into no kind of scuffle or anything, but it was definitely, you know, just a rude awakening, and certain words and phrases, stuff like that. Man, if I would have known this stuff before I got locked up, it would have saved me a lot of trouble. So this channel is very beneficial to people that just want to relate to their family members being locked up, want to know how stuff functions, and also to uplift and be inspirational, because I did my share of time in prison twice, in jail multiple times, and I've came out and I've succeeded in life. So let this be a good testimony to anybody out there. And as always, I salute to every last one of y'all who've been supporting me since the beginning, and everyone who's just now joining the Lockdown Compound. Y'all be easy, be safe, and stay free.